Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a special Paranormal Path tonight. We're looking at mental health, being it World Mental Health Day, and we've got a couple of people who've joined me, the wonderful Barry Frankish and Jenny. But how are you doing, both of you?
Still here, still breathing.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah,
This is the thing everyone says they're okay, whatever, but you do it automatically, don't you?
exactly. It's
Yeah,
it's like it's autopilot. You just
I was
carry on
just
and
going to
doing what you're
say
doing,
that.
and yeah,
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
autopilot. Because if you say you're not okay, they don't want to know.
yeah.
no,
Some
that's
don't want to
right.
know.
They don't.
No,
No,
if you say you're okay, oh, well, cheer up. It will get better. Oh,
yeah.
many have it worse than you.
Yeah, stop
Or
being
so
miserable.
on.
Yeah.
Start staring at you or whatever,
Yeah,
it's just, they just don't know what to say, and it is
yeah.
shocking. And your friends do get to know sort of what's
That's
going on,
Jeremy.
don't you? Hi, Kathy, Jeremy York, Wendy Williams, thanks for
Hi,
joining us,
Jeremy.
everyone. So yeah, I thought we'd do this being it World Mental Health Day, and basically 1 in 4 adults in England have been diagnosed with a mental illness, while 1 in 5 report experiencing mental health issues without being diagnosed. So that's a high proportion of people.
I mean,
Yeah,
how can you do that by diagnosing somebody? I mean, you can't self-diagnose, can you? I mean, you need professionals to diagnose you in such a state. But if they're not
Yeah,
diagnosing you,
yeah.
it's
yeah,
I think when you listen to people and people tell you, I remember I oh my god, I work with animals and I cry over every animal. My daughter said to me the other day, Mum,
it's
you keep
different.
crying. And I started crying. And I cry over animals, and I always do. Jesus, I think the older I got, the more I bloody cry. But uh my someone said to me, you've got depression. I said, because I'm crying over a dog's funeral, now I've got depression. You've got depression. No matter how many times I cry over little things, like something, I'm emotional. God, I'm bloody emotional. But if I cry, you've got depression by the same person. You've got depression. You've got
Yeah,
depression.
you
And I'm
can't
yeah,
like,
so you can't so the minute you show your emotions, that's it. You're vulnerable.
why? So my
Yeah.
children know now to have tissues beside me because I'm always crying. It's really bad.
yeah. Like there's like so many like things what can cause like depression. But
Hmm.
yeah, like
Mm,
you lose somebody, yeah, you're upset, and but it's a continuation of being upset, and then other factors coming into your life, and then you not being able
huge.
to deal with them, isn't it?
Yeah, it's huge. And you think you're okay, and you think like it's very much normal to cry. It's very much to be emotional. It really is. This God. And some people don't cry because they can't. Men especially don't
Yeah,
cry. Some don't cry, or they do it privately, or they just don't do it at all
that's right.
because it's stigmatized when men get
Hmm.
sad or men cry. And I just think it's bullcrap
That's
that
it.
everyone is human regardless. But
That
that's
that's
dysfunctional.
right. Oh, cheers for sharing this, Jeremy. Hi, Scott, Kathy, Wendy. Welcome, everybody. Now, Barry,
Yes.
you recently hit a really bad time,
Mm-hmm.
and you put things on Facebook, and quite a few of us were worried about you. And do you want to talk about it?
Well, there's not really much to talk about because all I can say, I had a bit of a, I won't say shit time, pardon my French, but it
Fine.
went, it basically my family relationship, my health. I had a mini stroke, and I had a friend who passed away, but it was suicide, uh, and it all just basically got on top of me, and
Yeah,
like I said, probably being a bloke, I just bottled it up, and to the stage, I felt like doing the inevitable. I just felt like doing it.
yeah,
And it's I got to say it's hard to describe because like I said when I did my talk at my power meet, it's looking back at now, I just basically let it all out. I mean, I didn't care who listened to me, what people thought about me. I just needed someone to get it out and talk to.
oh, bless you.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So
but I think that is what happens. You have something happen, and
mm,
it's sort of a major life change. But then other things like compound, and you just then get even small things, and you just can't deal with them. Like
No,
I was in,
I just wanted to sleep constantly.
yeah,
Mm.
it's just a way of trying to get through the time, isn't it?
Yeah, because I mean, with me, it basically say if I had my stroke, my relationship went down pan, and I didn't eat properly. I'd lost a bit of weight, and I just didn't care. I went to work as normal.
Yeah,
My body, I didn't even eat at work. My body just was an autopilot. I don't know how I did it. It just carried on. I went to, suddenly got back in. I went to bed, just slept. 'Cause my dream world was a better place to be.
yeah,
And
And you're not
I
awake.
thought I just want constantly sleep all the time. Eating was I only ate the minimal because I had to.
Yeah.
Mm.
yeah. Totally get you.
It's
Because
like
like when,
sleeping is, you're not, obviously, that sounds so stupid of me, but sleeping is like, you're not awake to face your feelings. You're not awake to deal with life.
It's a better place to be.
Yep.
Yeah,
I slept my day today. I did because I just couldn't have been arsed getting up.
I think we all get days like
oh,
that, don't
yeah,
we?
I did. I just kind of didn't. I was upset. I was fed up, and I just didn't get out of bed.
Mm.
yeah.
Yep.
When I was with my ex, like we met at school, and everything was wonderful, and then that kind of broke down, and I was just buying alcohol. So I go to work and then have a drink and just go to sleep, and then
Mm.
you get up for work the next day, and you just had no get up and go. You just couldn't see the way out of the situation,
No, I did
and
see a way
it
out.
was
I did see a way out
horrible.
of it,
I
but
know you do get thoughts, so don't you?
yeah, I got some very strong thoughts. I must admit.
Yeah.
And I even I almost half implemented them as well. I went wandering around, looking for a nice little tree. I even considered let metal shower hose on the exhaust into the car because I know metal
Oh
wouldn't melt
gosh,
against the
yeah.
hot exhaust. Little intricate details like that. I thought of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wrote 2 lists, for and
Mm,
against,
mm.
and put reasons on each one. And yeah,
Hmm.
it's how your mind works when you're in that position. Your head isn't the way it is now. It's just different, isn't it? You're just in a totally different place, and
Yeah, I
it's
mean, I wasn't myself at all. I mean, what I did as well when when I did my speech at a parameet, my introduction was when I find it. Give me 2 seconds. I actually read it out. Here we are. It was basically when my name is Barry R. Frankish, paranormal researcher, writer, and first-time author. However, a little while back, I wasn't so sure, for I believe I lost myself, and nothing scared me more than my own thoughts.
Mm.
wow.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
that started the ball rolling, and from there on, I went into more detail of his stuff, and it just escalated from there. And before I know it, I'd finished my speech, and everybody were hugging me and fist
oh
pumping
bless
me,
you.
and yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just amazing what you've actually done. You
Mm.
know. So the number's 988. I'm going to put this on the banner then, basically. So if anyone is watching it in the US, then the number's going to go on a banner to say, um, yeah, it is anything what can bring it on, isn't it?
Exactly.
Sort of a loss of a family member, losing a job, and then it starts a sort of downward spiral, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, say with me, I lost my friend as well. A friend I known for a long, long time. And I didn't actually find out because no one could contact me until after his service, and that hit some more as well. And
Yeah,
then I looked into. I thought at the time, why? And but then again, I could see why you did it. I could sympathise on both sides of it, and that's what scared me about it. I could see that mindset why they did it. Because I mean, a bit like myself, I just want to sleep. The sleep world was a better place, and I thought a little bit more discomfort. Go back to that sleep
yeah.
dream world forever, and that'll be it. And I couldn't understand why he did it in a sad way.
Oh wow.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, it is weird because like you can be in a crowd, like there's times I was married, and you're with your husband, and in a place, and you're at a disco, in a pub, or whatever. You got people around you, but you could still be lonely.
Oh yeah.
You can still be on your own in your head when all this is happening around you. And I used to laugh a lot. Well, I do now, but like there's one specific night I was running my pub and I was on a right downer. Like I was on, we had the marriage broke up publicly when we were running a pub. So he wanted the pub. We ran it together for 2 years, and then he left me. So I run a pub in a busy town centre all on my own. Had one or two staff, but generally did 80 hours a week. And and you have to get on with it, and you've got all these people coming in who are joint friends.
Mm.
And you just function, don't you? And you have to, and oh gosh, and I couldn't see a way of leaving that place in a way because I didn't want to sort of go into a house and be on my own at night. So I actually stayed at the pub a lot longer than I should have done.
Yeah.
And then you get into other positions like debt and stuff because you can't sort of do what you've got to do. And then that gets you in an even worse position because financially, it's hard to get a job after the pub. Being self-employed, you couldn't sign on. And then, like, where'd you get your food from and stuff? And it was just...
It's getting worse, even with coming up in the last few months and with the next few months coming up. It is going to get harder. Bills, I mean, electricity, gas, I'm always the one that it will sort itself out. It will sort itself out. And now I'm turning into that because I always say it will figure itself out. It will work. I will sort it out. Either way, I'll sort it out. And now even I'm at that stage of, oh my God, what am I going to do now? And I was never like that. Yeah, I was never like that.
And this is the thing, like so many people are all going to be under so much stress at the moment, aren't they? Because it's just getting huge. Every time you turn the news on.
Oh, it's constant. I think when someone I actually said to myself today, when somebody says to me, how you doing? And I normally say to people, well, how long have you got? And they kind of laugh it off. But I'm not bloody joking. Like I actually go to see a therapist because of my past.
Right, bless
you. I have an appointment tomorrow. I can't wait. God bless her. I said I need to bring a sage with me to sage her because she needs it after me. And she's lovely. But I do that, and because I know that I have events coming up of next year that I'm going to need a lot of help, because I did say to her, when I go through what I go through next year, because I know what's happening, I know I'm not even thinking, will I, won't I? I think I know I'm going to hit the floor. It's a long time coming. It's a long time coming. And it's a case that I had brought forward since my childhood, and I'm finally getting this person to court after like 20, 30 years.
Oh, bless you.
And I'm doing it, and I'm getting this person to court. I fought. I'm that person. Don't come for me because I'll never forget you. And so I know next year we are finally going to high courts. We're finally doing it.
Oh my gosh.
So that's the thing. That's why I'm in talks and therapy. But I need it because I was like a pressure cooker, and I was crying every time I mentioned it. I cried to everybody, and I said, I need to get myself back into my lady. I know, Jeremy. I told Jeremy. And so that's when I said to myself, I'm crying to the wrong people because I'm venting. So I go to this lovely woman that I go to sometimes, and she pulls me back. God bless her. She knows what to do with me. She pulls me back. But I know next year I'm going to, I hit rock bottom this year because of it, because I thought it was just a dream. Little me couldn't do it. And I was doing everything on my own. No one would listen to me. No one would support me. And me being me, I am that person. I am that person that I will never let go until I am finished doing what I have to do. And so I kept at it, and I kept at it, and I kept at it. And I said, you do this. And I'm actually not going to say what I was going to say because we are live. But I wasn't nothing about myself or doing anything to myself. It was kind of like, help me or the rest, blah, 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 blah. I'll tell you privately. Yeah. But yes, I know next year. And I did say to her last week, I said, tomorrow's my last day. I'm back in again after Christmas. And then because then come Christmas time, come January, that's when I'm going to start losing my mind a little bit. Does that make sense? That I know this is the year that I have to face everyone that I don't want to see. I don't want to see them. I can be behind a screen. I can be in front of them. I could be on a computer. And then I thought to myself, hell no, I've waited too many years to do this. I'm sitting there face to face. But I know that's going to hit me in the face. And I'm trying to, it's like climbing up a slippy pole. I'm trying to not let it happen, but I think it might happen.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah. So and I try not to think about it.
Yeah.
I try to think I'm fine and I'm good. You got to face it. The only way I can do is to let it go or face it. So I have to face it. Wow. It's real. Now it's real. Now it's real. I talk about it, I get out about it, but now it's real. But that's something I have to go through. I have to do it. I have to. So
please message me if you ever want to chat.
I will.
Yeah.
Thank you. I will.
And that's it. There are people who will listen to you. And if you want to scream at people, yeah, I get you. I totally get you on that.
I kind of gave up because some people threw it in my face. Like family members threw it in my face.
What, attention seeking or some?
Kind of something like that.
Rubbish, yeah.
Something like that. And people who are the closest people to me threw it in my face. And that's when I kind of shut down and I don't talk. I'm very strong. I'm very stubborn. I'm very strict, but I'm very bloody soft.
Yeah.
So I kind of like, God, it depends on how you treat me. You're going to get either Jenny. Let's keep the nice Jenny. So everyone likes the nice Jenny, not the other one. Because then if you retaliate, then these people are gaslighting you, say, what's wrong with you? Why are you angry? And you're saying, well, you bleeping bleep. You said something that annoyed me. I say nothing. Yeah, I know, Jeremy. I know. I say nothing, but the minute I put my foot down and say, we're not doing this, we're going to correct this, it's like, what's wrong with you? Jesus, take the wheel. As I keep saying, I'm too pretty to go to prison. Let's not keep doing it.
Bless you. Yeah. It's like somebody there's a couple of people have had issues within the paranormal, and somebody went on his profile and he sort of called me something. I think he was derogatory about my appearance. That's the way I read it. And he called me something. And I didn't say anything because I knew, like, as soon as I reacted, then but I can deal with that. I'm a strong person. Mm-hmm. If I'd been in a position where I was a complete downer,
could you?
This is the one, isn't it?
Yeah, it would be different. When they say, like you said, if you had been a different way, a different person, God knows what they would have done, what they would have created, what they would have set off. That's
right.
Silly people.
So you sort of got the two-way street, haven't you? You know, you've got to be trying. You don't know what's going on with people. Like, I went to the fair the other night, and like I read there, like 1 in 5, 1 in 7, and there's all these people, and you think like 1 in 7 here.
Yeah.
And who are they? Point them out. You can't. It's you've got no idea. Oh, bless you.
Very quickly, do you know what movie made me upset? The Joker. Maybe I actually cried at the end of that movie. I know I cried again. That
was good film, that.
Wasn't it brilliant? Because it was mental. And I was saying to the guys here, that's mental health. Look at him with he's kind of like angry with the world.
He was a victim.
Absolutely. And I probably was the only one that bloody cried at the end of it. No one, because I got it. I got the face.
I mean, people always know the Joker and Batman. The Joker's always a bad guy, but in this film, he could understand how he became. Wasn't his fault.
It was pure mental health, and I got it. The face mask.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and that ad kills me as well. That ad where is when this guy is out in the pub with his mates and he's having such a great time. Then he goes home, goes into the bathroom and takes his mask off. And then he's sad again. Like, they need to be on every bloody hour or every 2 hours. They need to be on. It needs to be highlighted. it's ridiculous. And like I was saying earlier before we came on, and I'm only going to scrape through it now. A lady that I knew, a beautiful lady, that she had passed away a few days ago, because of mental health, along with her baby, because of mental health. And I'm seeing so many shitty comments, if I can say that word.
You can.
I get to see all of them, what they're saying, and I have said nothing to them because I would lose my mind. My fingers would run away with themselves. So I thought that sometimes I'm beginning to learn the best thing is to say nothing, unless it's say, I'm just not in a headspace to kind of get into a battle with anyone.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not in a
it,
headspace.
isn't it?
But yeah, that was only like
I've seen the photo of them. Oh gosh, which she showed.
That was only Saturday.
Yeah, you just don't know what's going on at all. We've got this from Kathy Adams then. So a year ago today, my daughter took an overdose, hospitalised for 3 months. She came home only to go back into crisis soon after, and spent another 4 months in hospital. Now her tablets are sorted, she's thriving.
Oh, it's really good.
And has started a childcare apprenticeship. Oh, that's brilliant.
Awesome.
That is wonderful. And, it's great. It's fantastic that, she's kind of got that behind her, hasn't she? And yeah, it's fantastic.
And she came through the other side, which is brilliant. And
yeah, that is a big one, isn't it?
Yeah.
To get over that fight, and then, I'm going to do this, and get determination to go ahead and do something. And that's bloody awesome. It really is. So Wendy, diagnosed for many years and helped by therapy and drugs. Kids now all quite old, saw me crying over spilt milk.
I get you, lady. I get you.
Yeah.
It's terrible. And do you know what I find as well, if I can say this as well, that I know somebody said to me many, many, many years ago, said antidepressants are for weak people. And I said to her, I pray you never feel what depression is like. I pray that you never get depression, because I have been on them, and I think half the fucking world, if not the whole world, should be on them. I'm not on them now. On them now. I can foresee it happening again, maybe. But and that if somebody cries or I cry, somebody says, "Oh, you're hormonal." Oh Jesus!
Oh gosh, no.
There's a whole different, ways of crying, being hormonal. Like, Jesus, take the wheel. If you want to see hormonal, come for me. It's very funny though.
That's
not funny, but when they say you're hormonal, it's kind of, and then I stand there and say, I'm not hormonal, leave me alone. But then kind of, it's just I have learned to ignore people. I have actually learned, and I came a long way, because normally I jump in there and fight the corner of someone else, and they would never fight, and I just thought, no, I ain't doing this. Each to their own. If it needs to be said, it will be said. If it doesn't, it doesn't. My circus ain't my monkey. I just don't do it anymore. But yeah, when they say it's hormonal,
oh gosh,
I'm like the Exorcist. I look down, then my head looks up, and then I do the full 90-degree turn, and then they'd be afraid that they had said that to me.
Oh gosh, yeah. It is like a lot of people see me, I'm always out and about, and people think, oh, you're lucky, I wished I could do that. Well, actually, there's a reason for that. I've lost my mum and dad. I'm all alone, and I keep busy, so that's why I do it to survive. I do it as my coping mechanism. It's mad, isn't it?
No, I just don't know. So I used to, my coping mechanism, I don't know what it is anymore. I really don't. I think, do you know what it is? Shutting off. I shut off. I don't reply to messages. I don't open messages. I will have a scroll through whatever I need to do, but I don't reply to anyone. I know people have mailed me, and I'm only getting back to them after like a week. But I turn off. I switch off. Leave me be. I can't. I don't want to talk. I just don't want to pretend. And I'm switching off. I put the phone down, and I don't go through it. and I watch murder mysteries.
Oh, bless
I
you.
do.
Oh, my.
Yeah, that's me. I switch off.
See, that was it. Like, I hated weekends as well. Like, when I started my current job 5 years ago, I hated weekends because you always want the Friday to come and go, so you've got a weekend because that's natural.
Yeah.
But then you got time to think, haven't you? And that was the issue, and it was horrible.
Yeah.
And this was only 5 years ago, and how I've changed within the last 5 years, quite different,
Mm. I find like sometimes if I kind of I surround my life with the investigations. I surround my life with audio work. I surround my life with that. And sometimes I have to, because I've been out for the last few weeks, and now I have to find out what I'm going to do with myself.
Yeah.
Now that I'm not gonna for the next few weeks. What am I going to do? And then I thought to myself, ring the girls, get your heels on, get out the door.
Yeah.
Don't do paranormal every day, all day. Just don't do it. It drives me insane. And I kind of like bite my knuckles because I just see a lot of bull crap, and I say, okay, I need to take away paranormal. And I actually was giving up. The other night I was kind of like taking a break from it. And
Yeah.
when I say to people I'm taking a break, and they say, no, you're not. You'll never take a break. And I'm like, stop telling me what you think I'm going to do. They could be right, but still stop telling me. If I need to stay away, I need to have a break. For me is probably a week or 2 weeks, which is really too long to take a
Oh,
break.
bless you.
But I need to get the girls. I'm doing nothing this weekend. I might ring the girls and say, girls, mold those toes into those heels. We're going out.
Oh, bless you.
And see. I know.
And what about you, Barry? You like your photography, don't you?
Oh, I definitely like my photography. That's what kept me
Yeah.
sane, I think. I mean, my sense of humour and my photography. I mean,
Your sense of humour is, yeah, it's funny. Yeah.
it's my sense of humour is strange. No, but seriously, though, I did actually. I went out after my TIA, little stroke, and I went just photographing stuff. And I got some stuff in the
Yeah.
local newspaper, and it
That's
boosted
good.
me up a little bit. And it's people say I've got a good eye for certain things, and photography is one of them. They say, and I took some recently as well, and posted a few at pumpkin picking with my daughter yesterday, which I had
Yeah,
a great
I like
time. And it was I like keeping photographs and memories. I'm building myself a repertoire of happy memories through photography.
That's awesome.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
But
that parameet for you was brilliant, wasn't it?
it was excellent. Yes,
Yeah.
plus as well. I was reluctant to go as well in first place. I got I got invited to share basically a podium with someone else, and Diane. And I said, I can't take down space up. She's, I don't know how much talk time we're going to get. Plus, I was thinking, what am I going to talk about? I had no interest in the paranormal. I'd be basically just weren't interested. And I've been writing my notes down, my thoughts down, and I'm not in writing on not normal fashion pen and paper, not computer. And I thought that way you remember it more. Yep, yep. And I ended up, I contacted her back, and I said, yeah, I'll do it. But I still weren't sure what to talk about. I couldn't talk about ghosts and things like I did before, or methodologies towards modern and old technologies. We've heard it all before. And I thought, what can I talk about? But then I looked to figure on my own story. I mean, I started putting things on social media about how I felt and that, and people were responding. I got more help from a paranormal world than a different real world. And I thought, I'm going to share my story. And I went a particular morning, drove down there, about an hour and a half later, got there. And brilliant. I felt so welcome by everybody. And I thought, I've never felt anywhere like it before. And everyone brilliant. I mean, I knew people there through social media interaction, and people I spoke to online through radio show previously, on podcasts and things. And I thought, I know these people. They're all friends. So
Yeah, that's
I was still getting butterflies when I did my talk was the last one of the day, and I was bricking it, to be honest with you.
Oh, bless you. Yeah.
But I went got my seat and waited my turn, and I basically just brought it from my heart how I felt, and apparently
you
went
did
down
it.
well. It did well. It did well, yeah. I mean, it caused a few tears and that, and hugs and fist pumps, and we got such a response. It went into onto magazine. It's going into in
Oh,
December's
wow.
edition,
That's brilliant.
and it's. I did a show recently on my own podcast.
You did? Yeah, I'll share it onto my
Yeah, called
my
It's Okay
page
Not to Be
again.
Okay.
So
Called It's
yeah,
Okay Not to Be Okay, about men's mental health and why are men so stubborn to come forward. And I thought there's no need
Oh,
for it.
good. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's on my personal profile still, Maria Frankish. If you nip onto my timeline, you'll still see it there. And it's 2 hours long. That's how long it lasted. Me and Paul Stevenson, the editor of Haunted magazine, we just basically talked about everything regarding men's mental health, and I think it did some good, hopefully.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. If it
How
just
did you
makes
feel
a
after doing it?
difference
Yeah.
to a few people.
How did you feel after doing it, Barry?
The actual, I felt quite enlightened, to be honest with you. Quite a nice feeling. I'm not one for attention seeking. I'm not like that. I've done the shows before. I've done radio shows. I've done PowerPoint meetings, work stuff like that. I've been in front of a crowd before. It's not a problem. But this was different. This was personal. It wasn't work related. It wasn't doing paranormal. It was about me. And that's, I thought, are people going to heckle me like we did at old days? If throw cabbages at me or something, or
Oh gosh.
I thought, I didn't know it was going to be taken. I thought it's a paranormal conference. I don't want to depress everybody, but it's such a note. I mean, it just shows you can have such a brilliant time 1 minute and next minute a chuck at you. Basically, you wouldn't have a clue how to handle it.
Yeah.
And we had so much. I had so much support there, and that actually helped me out a bit, quite a lot actually. And I'm still in talk with. I'm still contacting lots of people now.
That's
I've
brilliant.
got new friends through it as well, and hopefully new opportunities.
That's
I mean,
a good thing.
I was speaking to Paul on my podcast last Sunday, and I went about. I'm not an ambassador for something like this. I just wanted to tell my side of it, how I felt. It's okay not to be okay,
Yeah.
and there's no need to be ashamed. There's nothing wrong with asking for it. I mean, it doesn't have to be paranormal. People could like bikes, cars, train spotting, for goodness sake. I mean, anything like that. If they've got their own circle, there'll be people in that circle who care just as much as in my circle. So
Yeah.
don't be afraid to ask. There's nothing to be shameful about it.
So
It's why did it become a stigma to be depressed?
I think it's for men as well, in particular. But like men don't like sharing their feelings. I mean, I work in a building trade. I should be rough as hell. And I mean, my body has gone through everything. I mean, I've broken it. I've stitched it up that many times. I mean, physical ailments I can handle, but when it comes to emotional, I'm a car crash, and it's something I've never actually faced before. But this and doing my talk, I think it did a bit of good.
But it's all about traditional values, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like what people have. Well, it's getting less away from stereotypes.
Yeah.
But when we were first born, then women had to be one way. They had to clean the house. Men had to be the strong breadwinners and all that. And that is what we had to put into our heads, wasn't it?
And that's
through
right.
our early years of life. And
now I looked at it as well. I mean, I'm a typical man. I don't read instructions. I mean, meaning I don't have to help. And it just.
I guess someone has to do it.
I just build it how I think. I just build it how I think it should be looking. How I should build it. But
yeah, I do, and I get loads of bits.
With that mentality, it's the same mentality. I don't like asking for help. And why should I do instructions? I know what to do. And it looks straightforward. How hard can it be? But it's quite difficult in some respects. And no, but I end up basically pouring my heart out on stage. And it did get some positive responses. I mean, I'm quite overwhelmed by the response it got, actually, and the attention it got from it. And I'm still getting messages today from it.
That's good.
Actually, and to highlight a like I say, I'm not a figurehead or anything. I don't want to be. But if my experience could actually just help one person, don't be ashamed to actually ask for help. There's nothing wrong with it. But at the end of the day, the flesh and blood human being with feelings, with emotions. I mean, like I said, my body can handle anything, but when it comes to emotional damage, it's a different story altogether. I need to be help.
Yeah.
It's stigmatic, and it's not like we're programmed. We're not programmed.
No, that's right.
You know, we bleed. We feel pain. We feel happiness. We feel everything. If we feel all of this stuff, then what's wrong with feeling sadness too?
It's like your Monty Python. It's like your Monty Python sketch where Black Knight, his arms dropped off. Tis but a scratch. It's not. You liar. And
Yeah.
it's that denial, and to show you're not okay. But there's nothing shameful to ask for help. And I found that in Paranormal World, and in my circle, I'm lucky. I mean, I've got so many good friends I didn't know I had. It's amazing.
That's it. You do, there are people in the paranormal and you hear about it all the time, whatever. But I have met some amazing people in the paranormal.
Yeah.
The people watching. I've met you through the Things Network,
Yeah.
Barry.
Yeah.
And it's just, and because of the lockdown, I'm stuck in the house. How we got through that. We've done it. We've all made it.
I'm like happy. Get the wine in. Get the movies on. I'm good. I'm good.
As soon as I heard the pubs were closing, I just bought a box of gin from the internet and sat on the patio drinking with my neighbour.
Amazon were busy, weren't they?
Oh my God!
Did you get your bread? In Ireland, it was like, did you get your bread and tato? Because in Ireland, tato sandwich.
Poutine.
Bread and tato and cheese.
No, poutine.
Huh?
That drink.
Which one?
Poutine or something.
I thought you said cheese.
Poutine. Poutine is lethal. Poutine would have you arse up in the air.
I've had some. I've had it. Oh my gosh.
I tasted it with the tip of my tongue. I tasted it and every vein in my cheek burned. Did you have a little bit of it?
I only had a sip, yeah. Jesus, yeah.
Girl, that's potent.
That's good stuff. Yeah.
I watched an old, I think it was 80s Irish TV, and I watched it where you'd have these police, yet the cars were so old, it was like Fred Flintstones, the legs were running underneath it. And they were driving up these Irish mountains, and then you have these men with the caps on up making poutine illegally. And there's the policemen going, these were legging up the hill, and the policemen, the guards were kind of running up after them, and they were confiscating all the poaching. I know
basically
where that went.
Oh, it is.
I know. I haven't tasted moonshine, but I'm open to it. I would be open to it.
Yeah.
I kind of like when we had the lockdown. I think at the second lockdown.
Yeah, the winter one.
That's when I went.
Yeah.
No. Just no. And I actually sat on my bed and I cried, which is, I was going to say not like me, but I did say earlier that I do cry, but not like me to have another lockdown. It was like, no, I'm not doing this. No, you can back off now. I'm not doing this one again.
Yeah.
And now they're saying there's another strain coming in.
Oh, yeah.
We may just batten up the hatches now and get the gin.
No, we're not. No, we won't again. No, that's it. No more.
With first lockdown, I don't like being cooped up anyhow. I like
I don't. Yeah.
And I work outdoors, and actually give me opportunity to write my first book, which in a way I'm glad it did.
Yeah.
But to keep my mind occupied. But I do want to get my second book done, but I'm not in mindset for it at the moment.
I'm not doing well on mine. I finished mine, but now I've got to edit it, and that's a problem.
Oh gosh.
Trying to edit my book, I thought, it's all right. I'll go away for 2 weeks. No, I didn't even look at it. But yeah, I have started again. I've got to get it out. I can't carry on with it.
I might do a paranormal coloring book.
Yeah, someone said to me, Jenny, write a book. But I think the only thing I'd say is feck can't be arsed feck. And then
it's already been written. It's already been done, Father Ted.
Father Ted, feck can't be arsed feck.
I used to like that.
I
love Father Ted. It's brilliant, wasn't it?
Oh, he's brilliant.
You understand Dougal? Yes, Ted. No, Ted.
There was a friend of mine was saying they were in some location a few weeks ago, and the woman who played Mrs. Doyle was there.
Oh my God!
So somebody was asking her for a cup of tea, and she goes, "Oh no, I won't." She goes, "Oh, should go on." But this woman who asked for a cup of tea had no idea who she was, and she kept insisting that she had a cup of tea. And then my friend said to her, "You do know who that was, don't you?" And she said, "No." She said, "It was Mrs. Doyle." And she goes, she probably thought I was taking the piss out of her. "You have a cup of tea." "No, I won't." She goes, "Go on, you have a cup of tea." "No, I won't. I'm grand." "You will have a cup of tea." She go on. But she had no idea who she was. I thought it was Gillian just stood there and we were laughing, but didn't tell her why she was laughing. But anyhow, yes, that was Mrs. Doyle. It was Mrs. Doyle.
But the reason I got through the first lockdown really was doing the podcasts.
Yeah, I think a lot of people did.
It's something I never would have dared do, I think. And then Haunted Antiques sort of asked for people. I thought, well, I'll have a go. And I had to send an audition off. So, oh my God. Well, just sort of say, why I should do it and like what the show's going to be about. So that took absolutely hours to do because it does, doesn't it, when you record yourself?
Don't even go there with me. Holy God.
I mean, think about it as well. You do get into it as well because I mean, I use a StreamYard platform like yourself, and you can do so much. You can do so much. You adapt your background and make it all your own. And
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
There's a lot more I can do with it. I don't at the moment, but I'm not very good at graphics, and that's my issue. But
I'm not good at computers. Full stop.
Yeah, but you're good at graphics and editing photos. I can do editing photos, but I can't make the give things atmosphere basically. Like your skies are brilliant. Like
I'm quite good. I must admit, churchyards and skies. I did a churchyard a while back, and it looked more like the Exorcist scene. The guy background, I'm quite pleased with that. I've got it somewhere, but no, I like churchyard skies and forestry stuff and water.
Yeah,
I'll take a picture of anything, me, to be honest with you.
I do, but mine just looks like a photo, but yours looks dramatic. That's the difference.
But it just shows because I mean, even with what I'm doing with photography, I mean, I've got a couple of nice cameras, but if for someone who's not that well inclined with photography, you don't need anything fancy. It's just if you've got the eye for it, it'll come naturally.
Well, yeah, but not, everyone's got one of these, aren't they?
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Yeah, and now must confess, like I'm in a I was a photography club, but I had to back off because I'm too busy doing other stuff. But I actually submitted one of my mobile phone camera photos.
Did you?
Yeah, I know. Because it was a good one, And
I find them bloody good. Which one do you? I have the Huawei P30 Pro, and the the one that you commented on the other day, the Millmount, the museum. You know the Martello Tower.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I took that with my mobile.
Oh wow, yeah.
I must admit, I used to have Huawei's myself. I had a P20 Pro. I got a P30 Pro, and a P30 Pro's got a phenomenal camera. But the camera I'm using now is an Oppo Find, and that's got even a better camera on it.
Wow.
Really? Which one is that?
The Oppo. I've got the Times 3 Pro, and it's a phenomenal camera on it. I didn't think that because the reason why I got I went for my Huawei because obviously with the Google issues, you can't get Google.
Yes, you can't get them on
it. So what I ended up doing, I upgraded it to. I was looking around. I got my eldest son. He's got an Oppo, and he really rated it. And I thought, I'm gonna try it, man. And I'm glad I did. I mean, I think it's better than a Huawei.
What's it called? Oppo.
OPPO.
Okay, that's a phone. Does it make a phone?
Mine is about a phone, yeah, Oppo, and it's basically mine's called a Times 3, the X3.
Okay, I'm gonna really look at that.
Yeah, Google it.
They're not sponsored. There are other phones available, but that sounds a damn good one.
Right, then, Oppo.
But I've always been an Android person. I mean,
me too.
Me too. Galaxy 20, but yeah.
Fabulous. How are we?
And we'll just go through comments then. There's a few sort of been coming in and I've not been following them. Apologies for that. So Michelle Needham, she doesn't like it when people make a joke of what she does. She tries to laugh it off because when something happens and they can't explain it, the first person they come to me, it's like a dream or a cloud, look like something. What does it mean? So she sort of works in a hospital.
Aye.
So, yeah, so, people will. Yeah.
Like a dream or a cloud looks like something. What does it mean?
Yeah, it's like pareidolia, isn't it? People see faces and everything.
Whatever.
Jeanette says she doesn't buy. After a few weeks, she snapped and commented back. Felt bad after, but you can only be pushed so far. Yeah.
That is it. If they're going to give it constantly, you gotta accept it, or you kind of stand your ground and never be sorry for standing your ground. If I say something to someone, if they've upset me, I'm very direct. I like to get it off my chest.
I publicly humiliate people.
Yeah.
face to face in front of a crowd. And it's in my element in a pub. Oh yeah. I got this guy with like veins on his face and probably up to the eyeballs in something. He sat one side of the pub and his mate sat another. Oh yeah. My mouth can be good at times.
Oh God, I want to know about that one.
Yeah, I will. I'll tell you.
I think as well with people, they stay quiet more than they should as well, because you tend to find that you'll be the victim all the time. The minute you retaliate, you become a bad guy.
Oh yeah,
exactly. It's like they gaslight you, saying, "What's wrong with you?" I know someone was pushing my buttons.
Oh, it's always
Someone was
jealousy.
pushing my buttons, and they were kind of like pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, and I snapped. And then they turned around and said to me, "Why do you always like to fight, Jenny?" Like I said, I'm too pretty to go to prison. No, we're not doing this today, you know. And now I've learned. I actually am very good at it. I'm beginning to be really good at it. When I go quiet is then when you have to worry. It's not when I shout. It's definitely not when I shout, because I give you what you're looking for. It's when I go quiet and I ignore you. Someone mailed me tonight and said, "Hi, how's it going?" And I'm like, "Why are you texting me?" And they said, "Really?" And I'm like, "Are you stupid?" And then they said, "Well, if you don't want me to text you or whatever, block me." Okay, block. Gone is the conversations of, "Did you forget our last conversation?" Now it's like, okay, I'm blocking you. I blocked. But the people who, like, they say, you know, they gaslight you, and then they make you think you're crazy, or they make you think, Jesus, am I really the one to cause an argument? I went through this a few weeks ago, and I thought I actually, because I've came so far where I used to be, I actually thought I was losing my mind. I actually thought, genuine. This was a close person to me. I'm very good at cutting ties off. If I cut it off, it is cut. We're not going to go back and relive that again. Yeah. If I cut it off, it's cut. Don't come back. Just don't come back. But this person was gaslighting me so much that I actually was beginning. Am I in the twilight zone? That I had to leave the house, not my house, their house. I had to leave the house. No, thank you, lovely. So. Yeah, I've kind of gone there a wee bit, but you know,
Oh, bless you. I've got a comment from Sharon then. So Sharon Clayton, hi everyone. Wow, I've started to relate to these overthinking. Wow, it's so much when you start, you can't stop, and it is, isn't it? And your mind always plays tricks. AJ Walker, hiya, hope you well.
Hi AJ.
I'll share it to you. It was on a Sunday, was it?
It was Sunday, not yesterday. It was Sunday before I did it.
Yeah.
Was it Sunday? Yes, it was. And it released at about 8 p.m. It was, but it's still on my timeline if anybody wants to watch it still.
I'll send it. I'll put a link on there. I'll send it to you, Jeremy, anyway.
And on Autism Magazine's site link as well.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Because it was Paul. We were supposed to have Paul and both AJ saw as well, but poor AJ, Andy was poorly unfortunately, so he couldn't attend. But I do at some point want to do a follow-up program as well and see how far we've advanced. And I think hopefully it'll be promising.
You know, you've got to show as well that you know you were here, but then it's showing that you can move on.
Exactly.
You know,
and I'm not there yet. I mean, I'm far from it.
No, it takes ages.
But I have got an army behind me now. I've got an army behind me, and I've got armor. I've got a bit more strength, a bit more resolve about me, and I'm going to be a different person. I know I am. I want to be a better person, if anything.
Yeah. I think like paranormal people are usually empaths, and we do feel things, don't we? And I sort of pick up on people being against me for I
know I'm not empathic. I know that. I've got a good sense. I do. I've got like a spider sense in a way. Intuition's quite good with me. But when it comes to empathic, I'm as empathic as a brick. But I mean, it's I say with intuition, it's quite strong. But that's like you said, with your thoughts becoming your own worst enemy. I overthink things. I always fear the worst, and my outcomes always at some point was always negative.
Yeah.
I'm just saying when you talk about the empath, that I don't know what it is that as you get older, or you're in the field way too long and you should have left it probably 5 years ago, then you're still here. And is that you have a gut feeling. And people say to me, Jenny, you're crazy. It's not this. You overthink things. And I'm like, I'm telling you, it's a gut feeling. You know, something, I'm not feeling this person. I'm sensing BS.
Yeah.
And I say nothing and I do nothing. I used to cut them off very quickly, but I say nothing and do nothing until they prove me right, and then I let them go. And they have proved me right, yes.
But it's like, I mean, when you pick up on things, it's like the perfect example is when you walk into a room after an argument, you don't have to be empathic to understand it. You can still you can feel that tension behind it. Even if you weren't there to experience it, you know something's gone on. You can pick up on it.
Oh gosh, yeah.
You can feel the air.
It's like even mannerisms as well, isn't it? I don't know. It's just, even if you're trying not to, it's just blatant, isn't it? Oh, Sharon, massive hugs to you. So good on you, buddy. It's great. I've got a funeral tomorrow. So suicide, bless her. So
too much of it going on.
Yeah, it is, and it's just going to get worse, isn't it? Kathy Adams, in case we get locked up again. And actually, yeah, I've just had my shopping, so there's a special offer on toilet roll, so I made the most of it.
I cannot understand why the bog roll was such a big thing during pandemic. Why there was no need for it?
Isn't it hilarious? I was like,
there's no need for it.
There was all the good gin was gone, all the good wine was gone, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You know, get the. Are we gonna? I'm gonna say it. Are we gonna shit more? Are we gonna shit more? Well,
it was one of the symptoms, wasn't it? But
it wasn't, though, was it? I don't think it was a symptom.
It was, yeah. Originally, it was like, yeah, one of the symptoms. It was mentioned.
I know there's a lot of verbal diarrhea going around, but I mean that's verbal diarrhea, not physical diarrhea.
I was going to say something like that.
Sharon's writing a journal. Just to start with book. Children had traumas, drug abuse. Oh wow, it's long, but the end paranormal. But yeah, go ahead with it. You know, write it. You know, I'm writing a book, and there's times of it thinking, shit, can I really post that? And then there's times like I start deleting it. I thought, I've got to put it down now, otherwise I'll delete the whole lot. So yeah, you do have doubts, but
I mean, like I said before, with paranormal, I mean, it's always, I know people see the paranormal in negative light, and you shouldn't touch it with a barge pole, but I've actually found my strength from it, and the people within it.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I've found with paranormal people more friendly than real life people. I mean, I won't say paranormal people like real life people, but with my everyday life, I mean, I didn't realize how small my personal circle was outside the paranormal world. I think my paranormal world is me now. I mean, I'm residing here full time.
Yeah.
I mean, I do like it. I want to answer my own questions. I don't do it for anybody else. And
this is it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I when I started off in the paranormal, when I created my own team 5 years ago, and when I was in another team for many years, and then 16 years I'm at this, and I'm thinking, I don't do it for anyone anymore the way I used to. You know, look at me, I'm going out tonight, look at me. No. And I used to put up all my audio for people to listen to, and if I don't, people are waiting for it. And when I put it up, people don't listen to it, and I'm like, nope, no more. And I have class A EVPs, but nobody gets to hear them because I don't put them up anymore. So there you go.
I've done opposite. I mean, I've had all the technology side of it all. I've done it all. Don't want it all. I mean, I've gone to basics, and my armory now basically we're back to basics kit with my camera, and that's about it for me. I mean, I like the photography. I merge my photography with paranormal, and I think I'm happy doing that.
I'm going to stop my camera for 1 second. Hold on.
Oh yeah, bless you. You've got offered a slot when you want to do a next podcast with Jeremy York. So Things Network, which we're going out on at the moment. So we'll sort that one out.
This is for Jeremy.
Oh wow!
If you get the cut, where's Hope? Hope is here. Still roly-poly. Still roly-poly.
Oh.
Sorry, did I wake you up?
Oh, I like that. Shame people don't know how to wash their ass. I love
Uncle Jeremy. Uncle Jeremy. Look, I woke you up for Uncle Jeremy.
Mine's
not-
sleeping.
She's not impressed. She's not impressed. This one here is, I have 5 dogs and I have 5 cats. And there are people saying, and this is true, I have 5 dogs, 5 cats, 2 children, 1 ex-husband, and a partridge in a pear tree. This dog, look, I'll show you. This dog is tattooed on my arm.
Oh, beautiful.
I am obsessed with her. She's my friend said to me, Jenny, I worry so much I worry about how much you love Hope so much. And my colleague that was beside me, he's like my little soulmate. I have 5 dogs, 5 cats, 2 goldfish, 2 children, 1 snoring dog, 1 ex-husband. And I'm happy as a pig in shit.
Oh, that's lovely. That's the thing with my lockdown. I've had my dog, my bird, and a tortoise.
And you got a tortoise. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Wolves.
she's sleeping. She's scratching when I started the show, but she's gone to sleep. She's nearly hibernating.
How old is she?
Oh God, 16.
16. I am obsessed with them.
Oh wow.
I love them. I love all animals.
If I didn't put my arse in front of the camera, then I would have gone to get her. But standing up, you'd see. Yeah.
That's why I'm wearing Christmas pajamas.
I've got my jeans on, fine.
Yeah,
but yeah, gosh.
That's so true. Jeremy's saying you can't have Jenny without Hope, and her name is Hope. Oh, I love her. I love her. I've raised her from when she was about 15 hours old. I've raised her from birth. And oh my gosh, the best thing anyone gave me was a baby bottle warmer that, and her birthday's coming up in November. Of course, we have parties. And someone said to me a few weeks ago, how old is she? And I said 5. And they said, thought she was older. Don't come for my dog. Don't come for my dog. You can tell me I look older than my age, but don't tell my dog looks older than her. Get out of my house.
Oh my God.
Get out of my house. Take your dog I was looking after and get out of my house. Don't say my dog looks older than her age. How dare you? That's my child. And she's even on my phone screen. And my children always say to me, Mom, what about us? And I do have 2 children, but people don't believe me that I do have 2 children.
And Jenny hasn't slept since because Hope never stopped snoring. There you go.
Doesn't. I have had said once or twice, Hope.
Pajamas. There you go.
I'm wearing Christmas pajamas, yeah.
Awesome.
It's too early for Christmas pajamas.
No, it's Halloween first.
It's never too early for Christmas.
Oh no, Halloween.
Yes, give Halloween a chance.
Halloween.
I know, I do. But when I go into the stores and I see Halloween and I see Christmas, I kind of sit in the middle of both of the aisles, and then I'm like a magpie. When I see something shiny and it moves, I go to it. And then the Halloween, anything black and orange, I go to that. Anything Halloween. So, and I actually, I bought some great stuff in actually TK Maxx the other day, all Halloween. I bought myself new Ouija board pillowcases.
Oh wow! So Ouija board,
I've never slept so brilliant since I've had them.
Look at it, you retail therapy.
It was great. I bought myself this fabulous, this mug set. They sit on top of each other, and they're all spider webs. And I bought myself a bowl with a skeleton on it, which is pointless because I know one of the girls are going to break it at some point. And something like skeleton insulator coffee mug and whatnot. Yeah, I just bought
a black leather jacket.
Did you?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah,
it was nice. It was retail therapy. It was good.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't intended to it. I went out on one at weekends for a little drive somewhere and looked around a few shops. And I've always had a couple of leather jackets. And one I had a while back, and I let it go. Unfortunately, I wished I kept it.
Oh,
and the ones I've looked at in past, they've not been quite right. It's not felt right. It's not been too heavy. It's been too light. It's not.
Yeah.
And then I went to this shop and I saw this jacket and I thought I'm going to try it on just for the sake of it because I want to. And I tried it on and I thought it don't feel too bad. Even a woman behind counter, that suits you. But I know it's a sales tactic.
Yeah.
I thought, it does feel right. It does feel nice.
It does look good. Yeah.
I bought it. So
yeah.
And it'll last me a few years, good few years. It probably outlived me.
No.
Why not do retail therapy? It is bloody good. People say it's not, but it is good.
I mean, I've got a black shirt. I just did a shave now, and
oh, bless you. Yeah. No, it's a nice jacket because you put it on profile, haven't you?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
it smells nice and leather.
You've got to treat yourself to stuff, that.
I don't treat myself much, so why not?
Yeah, exactly. But you sometimes beat yourself up when you do buy something, but no, stuff it. You've got to, haven't you?
Everything's to do with black with me, don't me? Everything's to do with black. I've got my black army boots. I've got my black car. I've got my black leather jacket.
Oh, bless you.
Everything. That's cool.
Yeah, black's a
I'm
good
laughing
colour.
at Nick here. I thought that was Hope Snore, and that's become Jenny's trademark. Whatever Jenny's on, it is.
Yeah.
And if she's not snoring, then I have to tip her to snore. Snore, you're on live.
So Viv says, Barry, are you going to write another book? Because you're an author. That is so cool.
I know I am. I actually forgot I wrote a book. That's how bad I was.
And
But
I've read it, and I've got a copy.
I actually do want to write another book, and I'm actually the idea I did have, I might make it more personal about my talk and have a paranormal, a bit like not an autobiography because I'm not well known enough for that, but more like the paranormal, how it's not to be feared, not just for the paranormal side of things, but the people within the paranormal. I could be brilliant people. I might do a bit like an upbeat book.
Yeah,
And
that's awesome.
I mean, there's too many people concentrate on the negativity side of it all. And there's some brilliant things. Some brilliant stuff out there.
I think people. You could get negative. You can read it, you can watch it all the time. But if you block that out, it's teams I won't watch. I don't want to know about. I'm not seeing the groups where they're going on and on about them. I'm not interested.
No,
I'm more interested in the people I know.
Yeah, exactly. My circle in that. But I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest. My people I've encountered women paranormal have all been brilliant. I mean, you do get the odd knobhead now and again, but
that's
isn't
it?
But 90% of the people I've met, I mean, through the radio shows I've been doing, the podcasts and the events I've been doing, they've been brilliant. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better bunch of people.
Yeah, you do get some really fabulous people, and they become. And I know it's going to sound so cliche, and I know somebody said to me, they're not your friends; they're people you know. And I'm like, but they are my friends. But they are. I would talk to me about stuff.
Whoever said that, I'll disagree because my experience on Parameet, they are my friends. I mean, you had to be there to experience it, and I've never experienced anything like that before.
I'm good. I wasn't, but I was. I'd actually originally booked that day at the centre, and then I cancelled it and rearranged. So then Neil used that for the Parameet.
I mean, plus I went. By the time I got there, I'd hardly eat anything that week. I mean, I've been talking to Lorraine Jones, and she would. In a good nagging me to eat in a good way, that is.
Yeah,
and she's a lovely person. But no, I ended up when I got to the event, she ended up having probably my first proper warm meal in ages there, and it made me feel a bit better inside. And talked to a few people in the bar, and I thought it's given me a bit of a boost. People's attitude towards me. Everyone coming to talking to me and having a chat with me, and even though I was on last of the day, it just felt like everyone there was a friend. So no egos, nothing like that, and it just gelled perfectly.
Yeah, they do. Like I talk to these people about my life, if it wasn't comfortable with them, I wouldn't. I wouldn't talk to. I wouldn't tell them my personal stuff, but I do.
Yeah.
We've had great crack. We've had, I've had amazing shows on with amazing people on. Women, and I normally do women in the I don't normally, I've done it twice, but women in the paranormal. Hi, Vaughn. Women in the paranormal. And I did it before, and as well as you, Jackie and Barry, we know some amazing people in the paranormal.
Oh yeah,
really fabulous people in the paranormal.
Like Barry's spoken to some really cool people because he did. How long did you do the show? He did a radio show with Tom Warrington for years.
4.5 years. Yeah.
4.5 years. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Barry's the professional and I'm the amateur. And that's what
I won't say that. I mean, as you know, Jack, as you know, with our show, basically what it was basically like a chat in a pub. It weren't regimental or nothing like that.
Come on, it was good though.
But it did open a lot of doors for me, I must admit, in the paranormal, and the people I met through that radio show. I mean, indirectly, both directly and indirectly. I mean, I dare say they've played a part in my life today.
Mm.
Yeah,
that's it.
You want to say? I mean, and when like I said before, when I did my talk, I was bricking doing it, but I mean, I don't know why because I've done public appearances before. I've talked to people on stages. I've interviewed people. I thought, why should I get butterflies? But like I said, this was because it was personal. Talk about myself,
Yeah, that's right.
and being a bloke as well. It just thought it's not with what something we don't normally do. And
That's it.
I thought, balls to it. I just want to tell you how it is because I mean, I'm going to go crackers otherwise if I don't. But
That's
the
the
response
only
was
way. And
phenomenal.
it has to start off with someone. It has to start off. Why wait for someone else to do it when you want to do it yourself?
Yeah,
You've done
yeah, and
well. You really have.
I was
It's
given
wonderful.
I was given the opportunities on the stage, and I thought I could have, like I said, I could have talked about anything I wanted to talk about on paranormal based, but the art wasn't in the paranormal at the time. And but getting there that day, experienced what I did throughout the day, and the amount of hugs I got, and it was brilliant. I felt so enlightened
Oh,
and so
wow.
wanted because I felt like it just told me. I thought, I mean, I'm a physical person as it is. I like people and stuff like that. I mean, deep down, I'm old fashioned. I'll respect anybody and vice versa. I'll help anybody if I can. But I felt at the time before I got there, I thought I'm on my own, and it really did get me down. And I drove there that day, had a bag of wine gums, and that was my dinner.
Wine gums.
Yeah, wine gums. That was my dinner. But I got there, had a few drinks, met some brilliant Kate Sherrill, Richard Felix, some brilliant people.
Oh wow!
When it came to my turn, I just got up on stage and I thought, God, I just read my notes out. I wrote my notes down how I felt them, and it got such a response. And
wow.
but like I said, I don't see myself as an ambassador, but I've had that many messages coming through to me saying what you did was brilliant. I mean, even people who weren't there commented on it. So
that's brilliant. And I will say as well, it's it's endorphin, like a feel good endorphin that you were nervous but you still did it.
Yeah.
That's these little steps changes your endorphins.
Yeah.
Because it was a good thing that you did.
Because I thought I was sat there waiting for my turn. I got my notebook. I was quickly flicking through it all, and I know in my mind either way I'm going to do it, but it didn't quite work out. My mouth took over, and it just came out.
I did that.
A little bit emotional at times, and it just before I did it, well finished. But the responses from people. I mean, why has no one done this before? I mean, let's say, and hopefully, Haunted Magazine's we're doing a feature on it in December's edition.
Yeah.
And hopefully they do what's known as CALM, which is campaign against living miserably. I mean, no one should live miserably, especially over Christmas time, especially that's the time when people feel it most. And
I know.
Oh God, yeah, Christmas is a difficult one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm apprehensive about Christmas at the moment, I must admit. And but what I've gone through, if it can help somebody, maybe I'm meant to go through it. I don't know.
It is.
Yeah, I do.
It is strange what you do get in life. Like they say, like, would you ever change things in your life? Well, yeah, I've been through a lot of grief, but then if I hadn't have married this person or done that, whatever, done that or done that bit.
Yeah, I know
came out well. Yay!
I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly what you mean there because
I wouldn't be the person I am today, and I wouldn't have met the people I have.
That's very funny.
Yeah, because if I had
to make, do your husband, aren't you? Come on.
if I had to make experiences from previous partners and stuff like that, I mean, if the track it had gone down, I wouldn't have had my daughter with my sons.
That's right. Yeah.
It's would have been different people. I mean, I signed up originally for the military, but I had to come out because of my stomach. And if that had not happened, I could I might not be here now. You never know.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, maybe I'm here for a reason. I don't know. So, I mean, to spread the word, I'm not the Messiah. I'm just a very naughty boy.
So you're a good example for all people, especially men.
Yes. Yeah. I think men need to start really talking. I was gonna suggest something, maybe, I don't know, because it's just something that came into my head, of having a show with yourself, Barry, with just men.
Oh wow.
Will they
that's what it basically was. My show I did. Speaking, basically titled "It's Okay Not to Be Okay," with me and Paul on originally. It was supposed to have Andy Soren as well, but obviously it was Paulie. But the actual emphasis was on men's mental health and why they do or don't do what we do.
That's it.
And it's like that caveman mentality. Me, man, me don't need help. And we have got that mindset.
They think it's okay for women to do it. And this is what irritates me, is that they think it's okay for women because women are bloody, the weaker sex is what they say. And we're more emotional, we're more this, we're more that. And if we don't, because it was a long time for many years, I wouldn't cry. I would not cry because it's weak. This is what I thought. It's weak to cry. And in the last few years, God Jesus, you can't shut me up. There's tissue, there's a roll of tissue in every room. It's really the
well, it's like me. I mean, my body's been through everything. It's been blown up. It's been beaten up. It's been nearly killed. I mean, I had a bike accident a few years back, and I landed on my head. And on this side, a cycling accident it was. And I was told if the car hadn't been turning around the corner and going straight, I mean 3 miles an hour extra, I wouldn't be here. Because I took all my head, skin off my head. I had a bit of grass, took all skin off my head. I mean, I head hit the windscreen, then hit the road, and I was out. And hospital trip and paramedic ambulance, and I was repaired and that. But like I said, my body I can cope with. Physical, I can repair myself. I mean, I say it's been through the wars, my body has. I've had more stitches than Frankenstein's monster. I mean, but I can.
It's the brain and it's the mind. It's the brain and it's the mind that is the most powerful one.
Yeah.
In the body, it really is. It's the most powerful tool, if I can say that, in the body.
But if you've got a physical injury, then you know and you can see it healing and you know it's getting better. But your head is just so complex. You know, and it's there, isn't it? And when you're in that state of mind, just everything just gets to you. Like I was in a bad way, right? And everything was going wrong. And I think, oh gosh, I've got a little pulley thing on the bathroom, you know, where you pull the light on. It came off in my hands. And that totally destroyed me because you know when you're down and you get one tiny thing and oh gosh, everything just hits you, doesn't it? And you feel like everything is going wrong around you, and it.
And that's it, because I mean, I wasn't eating, I wasn't drinking, I wasn't shaving. I mean, I need a shave now, I must admit, but I mean, I work outdoors, but I will have a shave at some point.
It's winter coming.
You should see my legs during the winter. Good God, they're never shaved. I am single. I don't have to shave my legs for no one.
No one sees mine.
It's like the old cliche with clothing. Why do people wear black all the time? It's a depressing colour. It's not a depressing colour. It's a serious colour by all means. But just because you wear black doesn't mean you're depressed. I mean, it's just black's a good colour too. It goes with anything, basically. I know that.
Yeah. But that's what my brother asked me tonight. You know, Mum, why do people wear black to a funeral? And I said, because it's for mourning. It's for mourning. But I said, some like to wear multicolours, which is a good thing too. But black is just they still wear black now, I know. It's just for mourning. But I said, you know, you can wear anything you want, I think, to a funeral.
You definitely can.
I wear black.
Like my dad's funeral, we had odd socks and bright colours, and
plus as well, I look taller in black anyhow.
Oh, you
look taller in black.
I'm only 5'7", so
yeah. 5'7".
I'm 5'7", yeah.
That's not small. I'm 5'5". That's small.
I'm 5'5". I've got relatives who are 6 foot odd. I mean, I should.
Let me tell you, anyone I've ever dated ended up being 5'4", and I'm like, it's like Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. I'm wearing heels because I got floor to ceiling of heels, and it's like I'm always a tall one. And then when we take pictures together, I have to stand about 10 feet back because when I'm up beside him, this is my ex-husband. He's still a nice guy, and we're still good friends. But when we take the pictures together, I look like I could turn around and eat his head whole. So I had to stand about 10 feet back, so we look like the same sizes. We're still good friends. He knows I say this to him all the time, so it's not new news to him.
Got a lovely comment here from Viv then. So Highwayman Paranormal. Anyone, if you don't know, check out this group on Facebook. It's Barry's group. It's wonderful. So keep it going. Do what you do, Barry. You have a lot of support. don't waste time on people who want to rain on your parade. That's quite, I wouldn't use the word rain, but that's polite, Viv.
Nice, that.
Yeah,
Thank you. Yeah, but no, I say
yeah, that is so lovely.
I've got a few new fans in the paranormal. I mean, I think it's because I've basically been honest. I mean, I say I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm not afraid to say that anymore. I mean, it's whatever my reason for being here is. I mean, if it's to help people, by all means, I'll help everybody I can, whether it's paranormal
Yeah.
based or in my personal life. But I say my paranormal journey is not finished yet, and
Aye.
I mean,
sure.
I want to get my weight back on. I've lost a bit of weight, so get my strength built back up properly, and I'm
Oh,
hoping
bless
to
you.
fight.
All right, you look good.
Yeah.
Oh, Vivian, this is a good one. Bless you. Barry, you might want to think about speaking at mental health organisations like Mind to help men that are not in paranormal. I could see you taking this to a far bigger platform. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's there, isn't it?
Yeah, same response I've had from it, from a paranormal. I mean, it's been phenomenal. It's been phenomenal.
He's an ex now. He doesn't need them anymore.
Van says, picture, your face was beaming with your beautiful daughter. That's when you went pumpkin picking, wasn't it?
She doesn't get looks after me, I tell you.
Oh, bless her. She don't get it off those pumpkins, though. They were weird, weren't there? Some of them you found.
I'm so proud of them. I mean,
they are brilliant.
She's
yeah.
my only daughter as well, so she's special.
Oh, wow.
She Wendy.
Yeah.
Oh,
great.
Well, I said a lot of people look at funerals as not as like a mourning death type thing, but as a celebration of life. I mean, sometimes the people whose funeral is insist people wear bright clothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
mean, my favourite colour is orange. I mean, mine, by all means, wear as much orange as you want.
I have different ones. I know somebody is asking what's my favourite colour. Blue, green and black.
I think mine in order. I think with mine in order, it'll have to be orange, green, blue, and black, then probably red.
That's me. Green, blue.
Mine's orange
red,
first.
Black.
Yeah.
Purple and black for me.
Blue's for me to match my eyes.
Yeah. When we mentioned funerals, I went to a really funny one. Now, I basically met him through drama, and he got his wife to join drama with him, and he was struggling through cancer. So he didn't have long left, and he's a medium, but I never met him when he was actually practicing because, by then he was just trying to heal himself. So the day of his funeral came, and he'd had a church one, or I'm not, a big service, and then when he went to did the crematorium service. Well, the coffin arrived in the hearse, and it went up a little hill, and it'd been snowing. And it couldn't get up the hill, and it was rolling back. And
like a sled.
we were all laughing like hell. And all these people were like outside, waiting for him to arrive. And then they went to help him. And I just imagined, like, we knew the next day about 3 people run over by, a funeral.
But then,
it was just too funny. And then we had the service, which was really short and sweet. And the last song was "Always Look on the Bright Side of Life." As it finished,
no,
it's like, it's like, what the hell, and you didn't know whether to laugh or cry. It was just,
my God.
But yeah, and he planned it to the nth degree, and wow.
There was a funeral here in Ireland, and oh my God, it was kind of the video. Oh, there's Linda. Hi, Linda. There's a funeral in Ireland. Oh, it's all on Facebook. It's all on videos and whatnot. And those little box. Oh, he recorded himself. The guy who passed away had recorded himself beforehand. And there he was. Let me out. He's locked me in. Let me out. And you had people standing around the graveside, like, you've seen some crying and some just roared out laughing. It was like, he's fucking Egypt. He's left the light off. Hello, anyone out there? And it was brilliant.
Oh my gosh.
What I think I'd want to do is play Jack in the Box music, wait for anticipation.
Oh no, Ian never appeared on Pantos, but you know he brought his wife to the community so that when he passed, like she had company. But she didn't stay much longer than that. But she's gone to live somewhere else now. But
I've always fancied a
yeah.
pantomime. I've always fancied a pantomime role, you know. I've always fancied playing a baddie in a pantomime.
I'm playing a knight
I
this
want to
time.
play a baddie. I want to play a baddie.
I was the Wicked Witch last time, which some would say is appropriate.
I mean, I've got a collar. I can do the evil look.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it. You got it.
Oh, I love Panto.
I can do
really
my eyes.
You need the nails on. Who would I play? Who would I play in a pantomime? If someone was to give me a role to play and be nice, who would I play? Don't say I was going to say the Ugly Sisters.
Oh, bless you. I did the Wicked Witch of the West last year. I enjoyed that.
Seeing that.
I had to die on stage. That's cool.
Did you? Give us a run through. Well, for those who haven't seen it, Jacqueline, take it away. How did you die on stage?
What was my words?
You've forgotten, haven't you?
I'm melting. I'm melting. My beautiful world is ending. What a life.
And then
Something like that.
Did you get the smoke?
I went round a few times.
Oh, did you? If
you have to die properly and just go round and round and round, yeah. You don't do it quickly.
If I had flowers, I'd throw them at my camera.
Is the music in Jack in the Box the same as Here We Go Round the Mulberry Bush?
Very similar. Yeah.
Oh, bless you. Hugs to you, Wendy. Oh my God, no.
What am I?
Yeah. Jenny good with my twanky. Barry an evil sheriff.
I can see that working, yeah.
I did a TikTok where there was something like, you know, he edits, he goes, what did you eat? The poison food. This is a TikTok thing. And it's like I poisoned my husband or boyfriend or whatever. I could be the widow. How did he die? I don't know. You know, I gave him his last meal and then he just croaked it. But it wasn't me. It was the dog.
I think Vivian's come out with this idea, you know. I've actually got a script for an online one.
Do you?
Yeah. This is 2 characters, so if you want Barry and if you want Jenny.
What?
I fancy being a bad guy. It's either that or my idea, Ghost Hunting the musical.
We could do it on StreamYard. I wanted to. When it was
a lot to dress up. Everyone.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. How cool!
But we have restricted for space. I have this little box I'm in. Not a lot of room to move out in it. I tell you.
I know, but it's so cool.
Yeah. Paranormal Panto. Oh my God!
Yes.
It's behind. Imagine it's behind you.
Well, when lockdown first happened, obviously the drama group couldn't meet. And I managed to get a script and I got permission to do it. But the drama lot thought it was too soon and it weren't right. And I thought, sod it, we ought to do a panto. I thought, who else has done a panto?
Why not?
But why don't we do one for Paranormal?
I think that would be
a script, yeah.
Bloody phenomenal.
Yeah. So if you're up for it too, you two, and then
I'm up for fun.
I'm up for it. If anybody's dressing up, I'm up for it.
Yeah. We'll just sit in our little boxes.
Yeah.
It's like Celebrity Squares.
We have to organize, we have to organize. If I'm talking to Barry, I'm like, what? What did you say to me? And then you have to look down to me.
And then I go, it's even better. I can pass you something down like that.
And I take it.
Yeah.
We did that before.
Calm down.
Look at us now. Look at us. The mind. I remember doing that before on Things Network.
That way.
Or if you push your box a little bit, push it that way, it makes a bit more space for me.
I remember doing that on the Things Network with Jeremy York. And every Friday was a chicken nugget Friday. Every Friday was chicken nugget. And I said to Jeremy, I said, why don't you, because they were getting chicken nuggets. We were all going to get chicken nuggets. And it was like all of us on it, like Scott and Jeremy. And so we put chicken nugget on top of the camera. So they were eating, sugar's look at me closing. And like Jeremy's eating the chicken nugget. And I'm like, oh my God, this is what happened. I said, I'm so hungry. And he goes, oh, here, do you want one? And I'm like, yeah, I do. Don't be, share them. Don't be greedy. So he hands me one. As I'm reaching up to take it, I take the nugget off my computer, off my camera, and I bring it down and say, thanks. Yeah. It was brilliant. So like what Barry said, kind of put props up and someone.
We did something similar on Haunted Antiques on a Friday. I think it got called Lockdown Loonies in the end because we just had a massive laugh. And one of them went appropriate. But one of them went viral.
No.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. Like, they had like thousands watching it. It's like, I don't know what happened. Yeah, and it says it's being watched, and like I don't know what happened. I think Facebook kind of like chucked it up there, and like all of a sudden, like everyone was watching. It's like,
is it still on?
Oh, I don't know it.
I have to see that. I have to see it.
Yeah, but it's just people having a laugh, really. And yeah, I think it was someone's birthday, and we got a cake, or we did different things. But yeah, we did have a laugh. But yeah, I think we've got some planning to do.
Yeah, I like the idea. I like the idea of an evil sheriff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my script's not a sheriff. I think it's Cinderella.
I'll just be the bush in the corner here, and I can just stay here with my gin and tonic with a straw, and you can't see the bush drinking the gin and tonic with a straw.
Oh gosh, I acted in the Halloween maze as well. That was good. I quite enjoyed it. I played the Exorcist girl, so I was in the first room. So I sat on a bed wearing a nightie with mushy peas down the front. Red colouring.
Well, I had mushy peas last night. That'll be the last night that I'll ever have mushy peas.
I generally picked on the last person in the room because you usually saw them grabbing the partner, basically. So the one at the back, they're usually grabbing someone, and you just hurl abuse at them. And she liked it. It's like results. That's what the Exorcist girl did, wasn't it?
I could still do that.
They just like swear, and that was it. She wouldn't do the rest of the maze. But yeah, that's a good one.
No, I want to do that. I want to do the maze. What do you want?
I think I did like 2 to 3. Yeah, they're wicked.
Did you?
Yeah, in a coffin, and we had a bottle of wine in it as well. We got a bottle of wine behind me because it's in a pub, so you did it seriously.
That's brilliant.
And then after that, but yeah, it was.
That's deadly. That's so brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm looking for that. We got to put our heads together in the background and not give too much out in the live, and put our heads together in the background. And you're writing it all up, Jackie. This is on your head. You're writing it up. You just give us a script.
Well, I have a script, yeah, but we'll adapt it. Oh, here we go.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we'll do something. Yeah. We'll work it out. I've got to learn my lines for the panto. Yeah.
When's the panto on?
The first week of December. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and 2 on a Saturday.
Nice.
Yeah, all good. Yeah.
I'd love to do that.
Yeah, it's fun, especially like last time was a Wicked Witch, and there's one specific performance. There's people on the front row. They're really like going for it at me, really having a go. And it's
who are you playing at this time? Who are you playing?
And I get back. I'm just a knight.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's not a big part, but I'm doing we're a bit short of numbers now with COVID and stuff. It's really like whittled down because people don't go out as much, and
they sure don't.
I'm going to be doing the chorus as well, so I'm going to be doing the singing and in between. So quick change. So
that's good.
No, Vaughn. Last time, right? I did start on day 1 learning my lines. Last time, because I had loads of lines. Okay. That's all I say. I have learnt a bit of them. I'm doing all right. So better than I did on the summer show. Yeah. But yeah. Like the producer, she says, "Oh, I'm acting Tajos. Should I buy a couple of swords?" I says, "I want one." And she says, "Do you know your lines?" Okay.
Did you know them?
Oh, it's October, isn't it? Don't need to know until December, do I? I know some of
How
them.
many lines have you got?
Not,
Like
not many. I had 79 sets in
I
in
wouldn't
summer.
remember any.
I couldn't remember 3. Am I 79?
I didn't remember anything.
No, I didn't. That's the
Good
problem.
gosh.
But no, some of them were paragraphs. You'd get like 3 paragraphs in one, what I'd classed as one. So it's like, oh my gosh. You got your day job, you've got paranormal, you've got, I'm trying to squeeze that in. That was good one.
I wouldn't remember anything. Oh my God. I'm looking something up in Google and I read it out and I was like, right, okay. So I put the first word in Google and then I was like,
oh, lovely.
Back in. I do have a basket. Toto, are we home?
Toto,
are we home? Where's the wicked witch? Toto, where's the wicked witch?
that's awesome.
Sasha,
Mine's snoring, but I'm sure he could join in.
Sasha, what do you want? If I say, where's the wicked witch? What do you want?
You can't be a wicked witch without strappy socks.
Yeah, that'd be cool, wouldn't it? We do need more men in the panto. So yeah, I have to get Barry down singing.
Zombie Toto.
I can't sing. So.
No,
can I? No.
I can sing, but you cannot hear me over the Alexa. And if I give you enough wine, you will think I'm talking.
Yeah, Robin Hood, Barry. You can write it.
Men in tights.
Yay! I'll pay for that.
Oh, wow. You'd be showing your tights off on the screen. Just be a
Especially put my way around.
I'll go to see that, no problem.
I've always fancied playing the Highwayman or something like that because I do like Highwayman.
Well, we could do a panto and adapt it to a Highwayman.
The way I look at Highwaymen, they're like land pirates. I mean, that's where.
Oh, yay! I like it.
Oh,
land pirates. Yeah.
Yay!
They are, aren't they?
Bit cartoon, but do a cartoony version of it. They're land pirates. Because basically, you can be a tie everywhere. I mean, I've even got my pistol here. I mean,
oh my God,
Jen, you've not seen this, Jen. But I mean, this is one of my. I mean, I run a group called Highwayman Paranormal.
Yeah. Oh yes, yeah. Is that real?
Yeah.
It's a big one, isn't it?
It is big, isn't it? I didn't expect it to be that big. How old is it?
God knows. It's deactivated.
I love that. Show me that again.
If I show it all, it's your fault.
We've got your outfit sorted anyway, Barry.
Double trigger as well. Very rare. Very rare.
I like it. Oh,
yeah, Barry's happy with it. Yeah, he hasn't complained.
Yeah. No.
That's the
I think Barry likes it.
Yeah, he does.
I think he'll have a fight trying to take it off him.
I know he's gonna love his mankini, isn't he?
What colour though? I like orange. Orange, my favourite colour.
Yay.
Sounds like a plan.
Barry, you know what? You're now signed up.
Came in, just click your heels 3 times.
Clicking the heels. Clicking the heels.
There's no place like home.
Wow. Link to my poem, Zombie Love for
nice.
It's a bit early. Yay, sounds cool.
We like Zombie Love for Valentine's.
Instead of ruby slippers, can have emerald green ones.
Yes,
I like it.
Emerald green. Yes,
a pair of Crocs.
My feet are killing me.
So yeah, we kind of with Viv's here we go. With Viv's outfit and Jen's lines, so that's bigger than I thought. The lines are starting. I think it's probably written tonight. It's just been here, isn't it? But yeah, we started off talking about mental health. It is a big thing. If anyone ever needs to talk, make sure you do talk. friends, family. I put 2 numbers up for US and Australia. UK, I'm going to post a number of links to different places. There's sort of different places for different types of health. Obviously, you know, people might have problems with eating or various areas of the mental health. So it's just, you know, it's not just depression. There are sort of different areas of it as well, aren't there? So, yeah. Linda, we just distract ourselves with humour, and
We
that's
do.
it, isn't it? And yeah, you know, there's times when I was in my old pub and I was like crying inside, you know. It's like, this one specific night, I'd paid out 200 quid for doorman, 200 quid for a DJ, and I had 4 people in.
That's
And,
just wow.
and things were tight financially. And I organised a mini party, you know, I did it's like a competition. Oh, those 2 against them 2. You know, and that's what I did, and yeah, it was a great party time, but you cry inside, and
Oh yeah, for sure.
people just don't know, do they? Oh my God.
Yeah.
This is getting worse. An evil sheriff stripper in his mankini in orange with green tights and Crocs. Sorted.
That's different. Like a Satsuma.
There you go. But yeah, but we're going to have to go now anyway. But yeah, just please do talk to people.
But I want to point as well regarding my talk I did. Like I say, it's okay not to be okay. If you do feel like you are struggling, I mean, there are people, like as Jacqueline said, there are organisations, groups out there. Just a phone call away, and don't let it get to be extreme, because I've been there and I nearly did, and you don't want to go there. So it's tomorrow's going to be brighter. So
I've been close, and I've been writing lists. Like, you know, at certain times in your life, it can get you, can't it? And you know, I've been fighting since 2008. You know, it's now 2022. 5 years ago, I was still struggling with weekends.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
You do shows at the weekends, Jacqueline? Do you do shows at the weekend?
Now I'm usually doing paranormal or recovering now. But yeah, I usually get out and about quite a lot now.
Okay.
But I do shows that weekend if you want. If you do someone else, no, yeah, I've done that. Yeah, there's no problem ringing the Samaritans. Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, I've done it too.
Yeah. They're just there to listen. They don't make any judgment, and that's it.
Well, it's not just that as well. I mean, you don't have to seek medical professionals to listen to you. Anybody can listen. Anyone can be here. Anyone can talk to you, listen to you, a friend, or even some people. It's strangers in the street. People will listen to people. I mean, the world's not all that bad.
No, that's right. Yeah, great to see all of you today. We have a choice: either cry or laugh. Laughing keeps our energy up. Pays to find the lighter side of life. I mean that pun. Oh, bless you.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And don't be alone. Please do talk. Yeah. And yeah.
For sure. Who's got the bird?
Not me.
Huh?
Is that your bird, Jacqueline? You're on mute. What bird do you have?
It's a cockatiel.
Oh my God, I want one of everything.
He was singing he's gone quiet.
He's fabulous. He's fab. I want one of everything.
He's got such good energy. Yeah.
Oh, listen.
Hear us now, yeah. So I had one of your guests on, and she speaks to animals.
Oh.
Barry's. Her name's Beth.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, yes.
Barry.
I told you or Tom that you had a flat tire.
Yes.
The dog mentioned it.
Yeah.
So I had her on my show. I told the dog to keep his mouth shut. Damn bird. The damn bird started. And she spoke to And he
Oh,
sort of
God.
said, "Oh, I know all about your dad," and she got my dad's name from the bird.
Crazy,
Did
isn't it?
she?
Crazy. Yeah.
I love. And she speaks. I think I've seen her before. I had a guy on my show. He's an animal medium.
Oh wow! Here's
And
one as well.
Mary, I know her name.
Wow.
I know her name, but I had him on, and my baby cat had passed away a few days prior, and I was kind of like, I'd be that person. I'll keep going with it, keep going with it. You know, I kind of like, hold it together, Jennifer, again. But fab, yeah, I think they're great. That's what we need as well. More that will do that, because I'm all into animals. I'm all into animals. I have more animals in my house than I do humans. I live with the animals. They don't live with me. I live with them.
My daughter's gone to sleep. Been on holiday for 2 weeks, come back, and that's it. She's gone to sleep. Apart from the odd bit of scratching. Like,
I love her. What breed is she?
She's a Horsefield.
Oh, I love. How big is she? Is she going to get bigger, or is she just?
She's only a little one.
Oh, she's a small one. Oh, she's a little round.
Yeah,
round back.
But she's
Oh,
like she stayed at my mate's 2 weeks, and she hissed at my mate's every time.
Did she? Okay.
She loved my mate's daughter, so she can tell different people, which is amazing.
That's brilliant.
But but we definitely need to go. Thank you.
Yes.
Be alone. Last word, Barry.
So, last word, like I said, it's okay not to be okay.
Okay. Thanks for watching. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. Cheers. Bye.